Oh, it is a Monday today. Quick video from me on my way back home to lunch. A book I've gotten a lot from is Time Surfing by Paul Lumens. And to me, one of the main gists of that book is the idea that we should use our intuition to decide what to do with our time. Intuition compared to rigid productivity systems or really rigid, overwhelming goals or KPIs or to-do lists that say we have to do a certain thing at a certain time, whether it be now, this afternoon, or even I need to get these things done today. Now, those are obviously so useful, but the idea in time surfing is, or at least for me, is it could be overwhelming if we try and force our way in deciding what to do in the moment. And his idea is we need to build our intuition and develop a feeling of what's appropriate and just do it. And in the book, there are several steps and principles which enable using the intuition. And I'm experimenting with that because normally I have a daily journal where I guess it'll ask me what my quarterly goals are, my monthly goals, what's the one thing I want to do today, for example. But lately, I've been feeling a bit crammed and rigid and a bit stressed. And I think it's related to the way I'm setting up my days, because I'm working full time, yet most of the things I'm trying to fit in or do don't relate to my full-time work, right? Or I guess my full-time work gets taken care of automatically because there's more accountability there, etc., etc. So what my experiment is now is, I mean, it already feels a bit different today, where I'm going to perhaps not do my morning journal and just get into it and do what feels right and see what arises in that moment and see how that goes, because I can notice so far I haven't reviewed what I need to do and all my goals, and I've been productive. I've been quite productive, but I don't have that bit of tension where it's like, okay, well then I still got to do this, I still got to do that. This is not finished yet. It's obviously there are still things to do, but I haven't laid it out in front of myself and written it down so concretely. And I mean, looking back a few hours, I don't think writing it down would have made me more productive by now. I've been as productive as I can. So far it makes sense. I just want to see how it feels at the end of the day, because I feel like writing those things down, it's a way to get control or feel a sense of control, right? But it also leads to tension. And I like his ideal where it's like, ideally you can just do what you feel like doing and you end up being productive, rather than telling yourself, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. Hey, don't forget about this. You've still got this habit to do, etc., etc. So ideally, I want to get to the stage where I have an idea. I know what main projects I'm working on. I know what's important to me, but I don't have to sort of, I don't know, specify it as hard or lay it out explicitly. And perhaps that'll make things more relaxed and balanced. And reduce some of the psychological urgency or the sense of having not done enough, and see how it goes. So one thing I think I want to experiment with is going with the flow and maybe doing the reflection at the end of the day, and to see how my day went without doing the morning reflection, and just experiment with that. But it's a really great book, and I want to work towards that ideal, because a lot of the ideas around time surfing, it's to do with working in a more balanced and relaxed way without actually sacrificing productivity, but it's also using intuition to sort of do the right thing at the right time, which is much harder to predict if you're trying to do it logically or just like setting things out sequentially before the fact, rather than arriving in the moment and doing what you need to do. So anyway, that's my spiel for today. That's my little experiment. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time.